Bagnaia's shocking confession about Marc Marquez was finally leaked to the public, immediately shaking the MotoGP world. Amidst a 2025 season full of drama and emotion, the hidden story behind the podium smiles of these two Ducati Lenovo team stars was revealed. Their relationship turned out to be far more complicated and surprising than anyone could have imagined. What exactly did Bagnaia reveal about Marquez that caused such a stir throughout the paddock? Let's discuss it. When Ducati officially announced Marc Marquez and Pecco Bagnaia's partnership for the 2025 season, the MotoGP world seemed to stop for a moment. Two world champions with two strong personalities and two different racing philosophies were in one legendary red garage. The public wondered, would this be the deadliest combination in Ducati history, or would it just burn out? Initially, enthusiasm was high. Bagnaia, the reigning champion, hoped to defend his title on the Desmosedici GP25, which is considered faster and more aggressive. Meanwhile, Marquez arrived with an incredible reputation as an 8-time world champion and was determined to prove himself after a difficult time with Honda. However, reality didn't go as smoothly as hoped. For Francesco Bagnaia, this season felt like a slow, painful nightmare. The GP25, expected to be the perfect evolution of the GP24 and take Ducati to a new level, became a source of frustration instead. Rather than being a key weapon, the bike seemed like an unsolvable puzzle. Bagnaia repeatedly complained about the GP25's sensitive nature. He struggled to control traction in slow corners, lost confidence in fast corners, and seemed uncomfortable in the first practice sessions of the season. Even minor setup changes made the bike's performance more erratic, with each lap bringing a new, unwelcome surprise. The result? Of the 20 races that have taken place, Bagnaia has only won 2, far short of the expectations for a 2-time world champion. In the remaining races, he mostly fought in the middle of the pack, trying to survive the pressure from younger riders and his teammates' dominance. They are now the focus of the paddock. The pressure came from all directions: the media, which was beginning to doubt him, fans, who demanded answers, and even Ducati management, which seemed to be paying greater attention to Marc Marquez. However, beneath all this, Bagnaia's greatest burden wasn't the results or external criticism, but the harsh reality that the Spanish legend was performing exceptionally well in the garage next door. Marquez was not only fast, but also consistent and confident, qualities that now seemed increasingly elusive to Bagnaia. While Bagnaia was mired in confusion, Marquez was performing like a monster who had just been unchained. From the first race of the season, Marquez demonstrated an extraordinary ability to master the Ducati Desmosedici GP25. He adapted as if the bike were made specifically for him. He meticulously read the engine's characteristics and understood every piece of data, translating it into a nearly flawless riding style. The results were truly phenomenal. Marquez recorded 11 wins in the main race and 14 in the sprint race, an impressive feat that made his rivals seem powerless against his speed and consistency. He didn't stop there. He secured the World Championship title early at Motegi in Japan, a circuit that holds great meaning for him because he achieved glory there with Honda. Now, on the same track, Marquez is writing a new chapter in Ducati's history with golden ink. Surprisingly, however, there was no tension. There were no public taunts or tension. Instead, Pecco Bagnaia displayed extraordinary maturity, a quality rarely seen in a world champion whose position was under threat. In various interviews, Bagnaia admitted that having Marquez in the Ducati garage taught him many new things. He didn't ignore the differences in his rival's style, approach, and way of thinking. Instead, he absorbed every detail. He said, "Marc has a very detailed and disciplined way of working. He pays attention to every piece of data, every breaking point, and every centimetre of the track. From him, I learned how a true world champion rider thinks." Pecco's humble attitude has impressed many observers. Rather than feeling threatened, he reflects on how he can improve. He doesn't blame the team, look for scapegoats, or get caught up in internal drama that could distract him. For Bagnaia, internal competition isn't a threat, but rather fuel for growth. He knows that to stay at the highest level, he must constantly adapt, learn, and challenge himself. Amidst the storm of criticism, he has grown into a more mature person and rider who sees rivalry as a means of personal evolution. Despite the immense pressure and relentless media scrutiny, the relationship between Marc Marquez and Bagnaia has been one of mutual respect. While many predicted major friction within the Ducati garage, the opposite has been true. The two are often seen having heated discussions after practice sessions about telemetry data and the nuances of braking and accelerating in fast corners. On several occasions, Marquez has even been seen offering technical advice to Bagnaia, who humbly listens and thoughtfully responds. A Ducati technician told Italian media with admiration, "Behind all the rumours of rivalry, they actually have a deep mutual respect." Marc appreciates Pecco's data-driven and precise approach, while Pecco admires Marc's exceptional racing instincts, which are difficult to explain logically. Ducati has also succeeded in maintaining a healthy, conducive team atmosphere. Team manager Davide Tardozzi has repeatedly emphasised that there is no hidden hierarchy within the team. "There is no number one or number two at Ducati," he emphasised. "There are simply two top riders who push and learn from each other, and who work together to take the team to the top. However, behind the harmony displayed in front of the cameras, there is a slight tension, which is a natural part of a competitive world like MotoGP. True rivalry doesn't always manifest as shouting or open fighting, as everyone knows. Sometimes it hides behind smiles and shoulder taps during every second of the battle on the track. The MotoGP world knows all too well that beneath the calm exterior, embers are always ready to flare up at any moment. This harmony was severely tested when a major incident occurred at the Mandalika circuit in Indonesia. Marc Marquez collided with Marco Bezzecchi on the first lap, injuring his shoulder and forcing him to miss the races in Australia and Malaysia. As tensions mounted in the paddock, Pecco diffused the situation. He defended Bezzecchi, calling the collision an accident caused by a loss of traction, not an aggressive manoeuvre. This statement demonstrated Bagnaia's true class. While many were upset about Marquez's injury, Bagnaia took an objective and rational approach. He said, "It's no one's fault. In MotoGP, things like that can happen in a split second. We all know the risks." This attitude strengthened the bond between Bagnaia and Marquez. Marc reportedly appreciated his teammate's grace under pressure, even calling Bagnaia the most professional teammate he had ever had. The 2025 season ended with Marquez as world champion and Bagnaia as a rider who had rediscovered his composure. It wasn't victory that united them, but mutual respect and appreciation amidst the storm of pressure. One Italian observer wrote, "Marquez is Ducati's new leader, but it's Bagnaia who gives the team its soul. Without their healthy rivalry, Ducati wouldn't be as strong as it is today." Now, as the 2026 season approaches, one big question echoes throughout the paddock. Will Pecco Bagnaia rise again and challenge Marc Marquez on the track? Leave your thoughts below.